Blessings and welcome to all of my amazing Aquarians out there. This is Synergized Tarot by Tammy, and this is your January 2019 tarot reading, whether it's your sun, moon, or rising sign in Aquarius. So happy new year to you all, and wishing you all the best that 2019 can bring. And I have to tell you, of course, I've already done your reading, and I actually uploaded it and put it out there on YouTube. But I did receive some comments from my lovely subscribers to let me know that the volume, it sounded ruffled and muffled, and so obviously my microphone was doing something crazy, and so I double checked to make sure, so we're all good. So I thank you for letting me know, because nothing worse than hearing a muffled voice, and why would you want to even listen to my video if you can't even hear the message, right? So obviously I needed to maybe, fix up the message, and maybe my angels, the guys, were telling me something that I needed to fix and improve in this reading. But anyway, I have laid out the same cards. It's the same message, but hopefully it's just an easier message to hear now. So thank you so much. Much love to all of you Aquarians. Yeah, it's really funny. Sometimes we have some really difficult times and we have to go through sacrifices, right? And for some reason, this was the video, the Aquarius video that I had really a lot of issues. That wasn't my first time videoing it. I can tell you it was like 5 times video, and there was always something happening. So we just have to sometimes just take a step back and look at things differently, and take time to meditate on it and see what we need to do. And that's what I had to do before I went into this reading again, because I feel that's kind of where your energy is flowing this month here, and maybe that's what I needed to practice a little bit more of meditation and contemplation, and getting centered and grounded, because I feel a lot of you Aquarius are going to need to do that this month. You have a lot going on in your 12th house, and the 12th house is your house of the mystical side, right? It's where we connect to our angels and guides, and where we need to stay centered and grounded, and feeling in that meditative flow to hear the messages, right? And so I do feel with so much happening in your 12th house, you're going to have an eclipse there. Not only that, you have the sun and Mercury and Pluto and Saturn hanging out there in the 12th house. So there seems to be some type of karmic situation that is developing or releasing, because the 12th house is the ending of the karma house, right? You go from 1 to 12 and then you start all over again. So there seems to be a lot of karmic release, or wonderful changes and new developments coming to you. A new change in destiny, and that's why I feel you get the destiny card here in your reading that we'll talk about, because it is about getting through some type of karma to make some major changes, to be released for something from the past that you need to move on, and really start to flow in some type of direction that you are receiving from your 12th house. So it's important, if you're going to, maybe there's a lot of confusion within your energy right now, about your pathway forward, about your journey, and what you need. And of course, what do you need to do? You need to meditate on it. You need to take some time for rest and rejuvenation. This is the 4 of Swords here in your 10th house of career. And so a lot of you, I feel, are contemplating and meditating and need to think about your life differently. Is there something that you need to change? Is there something that you feel you're being called to do in your destiny? And I do feel, yeah, a lot of you are going to make some changes to your destiny. You got the destiny card in your 8th house of transformation and changes, right? And the destiny energy is about karma and changing and moving towards a new one, a new karma, a new destiny. And it's just, it's filled with, blessings, but it's through the communication and insight that you're receiving from the universe. And that's why I feel this is going to be very important for you Aquarians to take that time for yourself. I feel a lot of you have been sacrificing a lot in your work and career. A lot of you are focusing and really receiving, or are going to be receiving, a lot of rewards and accolades for all your hard work, because you do have in your 2nd house, which I'll talk about just in a minute here, some type of reward coming to you, which is the house of finances and resources. So in your 1st house, we're going through all the astrological houses, starting with the 1st house of self, position, you Aquarius. You do have the sacrifice card. So when I see the sacrifice card, and it's the hangman card in other positions, we see the number 12 on there. So it's look like you're going through some type of karmic cycle, looking at your life differently, about to release some, karmic energy, about to be fulfilled, and your destiny to be unfolded for you. And this is why it's important to meditate, to contemplate, to really think about your next step, because it does look like there's something coming to you that will be shown. And some of you, it's about releasing some type of energy around you that you need to, karmic. It's like there's something that you need to shed. It's definitely a situation for some of you. There may have been some type of betrayal, something that has been maybe illuminated to you, or will be, because you do have the other eclipse that's going to be happening. It will be in your 7th house of relationships and partnerships, marriage contracts, and you get the disruption card, which is the Tower card in your 7th house. So I do feel some of you are going through some type of maybe an unexpected change of seeing the truth, because the 12th house is what? The house of hidden secrets. The truth will be revealed, the snake will be shown, and you will have to shed that, and release that emotional situation. So yes, some of you are feeling really closed in, and so I feel some of you, male energy specifically, maybe the one who's going to have some type of disruption happening around you. It feels like you are feeling claustrophobic in some type of relation for some of you Aquarians, in a relationship, and that's what the 7th house is going to do with the eclipse on January 20th. It's really going to shake up. It's really going to illuminate, and you may have to sacrifice. You may have to start to really look at ways to make some changes to your destiny, right? And to move on from a situation, a relationship that has been revealed as maybe, deceitful, or, you just know that, you can't trust. You can't trust this energy. So yes, I feel this is a month to make sure, Aquarians, take time to meditate and contemplate, start to learn how to connect to your angels and guides. There's knowledge to be revealed, secrets to be shown, and insight that is going to help you start to move on your pathway. So the 2nd house, like I said, I feel there's some financial reward coming to some of you for all your hard work here. You're sacrificing maybe a lot with the 3 of Pentacles. So as you can see on this card, it says what? Reward and recognition. So yeah, a lot of you Aquarians, I do feel you're working hard and having to sacrifice a lot for this reward and recognition, but I do feel you're going to receive it. There's some type of information being given to you, but it's beautiful information. It's an award. It could be a promotion. It could be working with a team and some type of project finally being developed and receiving word that it was accepted or approved, or there's a lot of things you Aquarians are doing, and I do feel we are really going to be watching all you Aquarians in 2020 and on, because I feel this is the year that with all that 12th house energy, you're being prepared for a lot of you Aquarians to really fulfill some type of destiny that you chose to do in this lifetime, right? And if you don't take time to receive the insight and visions from those that you are tapping into to receive this connection, it's going to take you longer. It's not going to be as clear, and that's why I feel you have the mountain here in communication in your 3rd house. So there is something that you need to clear in the way you communicate, the way you connect maybe to your angels and guides, and that's why I feel it's important to focus on that base chakra. And then of course you get the crown chakra, and so there's something blocking the crown chakra up here to receive the messages, and the base chakra is down here, and you have 7 chakras that you flow up. So it's important to know about those chakras and how you clear them and what they're about, because I do feel there's something blocking you. I just feel it's just got to meditate. You got to get centered and grounded. Find a beautiful tree. I see these 2 beautiful trees here, that you could find Aquarius to sit and really meditate and contemplate on those beautiful insights and visions that you're receiving. So the crown chakra, well, let's look up the crown chakra. So we already talked about the base chakra, but we're seeing this flow of meditation and being by yourself and taking time to contemplate your next step, because we see the 4 of swords, which is rest. meditation. We see the base chakra of knowing that you have to stay centered and grounded, and your crown chakra needs to be clear so you can receive the messages, right? So, you know, those are quite a few cards in your reading to show that. And if you do, it'll give you, you know, that balance that you need and to be able to make the right choices through your power and strength. So let's look at the crown chakra and the message, just a little bit about the crown chakra for you Aquarians who are just learning about that. So the color of the crown chakra is violet, and the sound is nun or can be used. The element is thought. The gland is the pineal, and the keyword is I know. The crown chakra is located at the top of the head and has been called the 1,000-petaled lotus, or the receiver of light. This chakra is the center of your link with the universe, the infinite, and your higher consciousness. It is the connection between wisdom and spiritual insight. The crown center is the area where ethereal light and energy are received and then dispersed throughout your aura for total well-being. To balance this chakra, I find that meditation, breath, work, yoga, spiritual healing, acupuncture, and color therapy work best. When properly aligned, your crown chakra will expand to a point where it's possible to access the tap into the deepest source of wisdom. Yes, and that's why I feel if you clear out, start to learn how to connect to that crown chakra, your chakra system, then you will be able to really flow and understand your destiny, your tree of life. It's beautiful. So, you know, in your 5th house, it does look like some of you are being prepared to move on with the 4 of Swords. And the 4th house is, you know, home, family, security. So I feel for some of you, Aquarius, this is a connection to maybe having to make some sacrifices to leave a family home environment for because of some type of betrayal, some type of, you know, something deceit happening around you. But I do feel some of you will move on because you are seeing the deception. Someone has worn a false mask in some type of relationship. And yes, you deserve love, Aquarius, if this is you who have been feeling this pain. And it does look like, yeah, some of you have been feeling some type of emotional loss, some type of pain that needs to change. You're ready to end it though. And that's why I feel the karmic cycle, all that 12th house energy, if you really are ready to release that emotional pain, that loss, you know, if you're ready to really move on and look at your life differently, you know, how can you change your destiny? You know, what would you like it to look like? And that's why I feel if you do, there's freedom. There's freedom and hope and faith. I mean, it just is, the Rider card is the beginning, you know, starting all over again and after moving on. And so that is to know that if those of you Aquarians who are going to move on, I just feel with that eclipse in your 7th house and the eclipse in your 12th house, it's really focusing on yourself, focusing on your relationships. How are you going to balance that out? What is being shown and illuminated to you that may need your strength, that may need you to make a choice about your next move? Because in the 5th house, it does look like there has been in some type of relationship in love, because the 5th house is love, romance, pleasure, children. And I feel with this emotional loss, it is about love in a, you know, romantic sense. You know, it can be a situation with a family member of a loss, but I'm feeling it more of a deception from you know, a loved one, just because we're focusing on the 7th house of relationships and partnerships. But yeah, something about the family. Some of you are moving from a family relationship situation and having to move on and release. It's not easy when there's, you know, a family, a situation with that emotional connection. But I do feel some of you are going to have the strength for those that it is affecting. You do have the angel of strength with you to make some choices to really find the balance again, because yes, you want balance, don't you? You also have the 6 of Pentacles in here, which is all about finding balance through the material and spiritual side, right? So this is what you're trying to do. So let's go to the 6th house here, and we see the female energy looking over to the fertile energy. And what is the 6th house? It's your day-to-day day-to-day activities. It's your work regime. It's, you know, your health, what you do every day. So I feel a lot of you, especially female energies, you've got the Empress here, and it's right next to you, Aquarians, females. So I feel a lot of you are looking good, feeling good, and it's about you really focusing on your health. Your, you know, what makes you feel like the Empress, because the Empress is all about beauty and love and feeling in her own essence from within and out without. And it is just showing that her heart is opening. She has protection and light around her. Some of you, it's looking like there may be some actual fertility going on here in the 6th house of, you know, knowing that you need to get fit and healthy, because it is going to change your day-to-day life if there is some type of fertility going on. So yes, I do feel some of you, if you're preparing to get fertile, to conceive, it's important to make sure your health and make sure that your day-to-day regime is on, you know, the right track of knowing that you're going to, you know, focus on, you know, having some type of fertile energy happening. So so yeah, and then in the 7th house you have the disruption card, and that's the Tower card, and we see 2 males here. It's interesting because we got the males here in the 7th house and the females in the 6th house here. So, you know, I see, you know, maybe a lot more Aquarians really feeling in their more in their bliss. I feel a lot of you female Aquarians may have been going through your own power of strength already and really feeling powerful. And, you know, because you've looked at your life maybe differently. And I don't know if maybe this is more on the male side, where the 7th house energy on January 20th is really going to affect you more, just because I see these 2 male energies and feeling trapped. And it's like you really want to release yourself, and the Tower's coming down. There's an epiphany. There's something being shown to you that will be illuminated to maybe make some changes to your destiny. Because the 8th house, like I said, the 8th house is major changes, transformations, and this is a change to your destiny. Major changes happening, and I feel it's, you know, coming from the universe, something that's going to be communicated to you, showing you some type of change in your destiny. But this is knowing that this is a wonderful change to your destiny, because you have the Star card. It's like the universe has your back, and as long as you communicate to the universe, they're able to help you fulfill that destiny that you are really heading towards, especially just really getting the message and connection to where you're heading to in 2019 here, because 2020, I feel a lot of you are really going to fulfill some type of huge change. So this is knowing you are preparing to make some choices for some type of balance in your, you know, home life and your love life and your work life and your spiritual life. So a lot of you are going to really tap into that 12th house and finding that balance. And how do you do that? And it's, again, through meditation. It's through that connection to yourself and to the universe, and finding that beautiful space to stay centered and grounded and really learn how to open up to your insight, to your visions, to your angels and guides. Really, that's how this is how I receive the message. This is how we are connecting right now from that energy. We are synergizing. It's beautiful. So let's go to your 9th house. And 9th house is what your spiritual values. It's, you know, knowledge and traveling, and I feel there's a lot of growth in you, and I do feel you will find that balance as long as you know, believe in your spiritual connection and believe that there's something changing and evolving, and knowing that there has been karmic endings to situations that have really been deeply emotional for you. This is the time where you can really see that you can look out to your vast kingdom. You can look out to, you know, what you want to create, right? As you meditate and believe, it's like I can see so far into my reality. I can see so much that I want to create, and all I have to do is envision it and believe. And that's why I feel a lot of you are really going to really focus on your dreams and your aspirations, and really find, you know, the happiness and the balance that you want. So yeah, I just feel a lot of you Aquarians, you are blessed to have so much connection right now to the universe, and it's just like right there for you. It's like you know, you're walking and you're receiving information, you're sleeping and you're receiving information, you know, you see signs and symbols everywhere. But you know, for some of you, it's really important that if you're feeling this disconnect, it's important, and especially if you're feeling confused in your destiny and your work career in your 10th house, it's really important with the Four of Swords, with this card for you, Aquarius, to take time to meditate, to connect, to really figure out why there's some emotional disruption maybe in your feelings towards work. And I do feel some of your Aquarians, even though some of you are receiving a lot of rewards and recognition for all your hard work, some of you are feeling like there's more, like you know that there's something that you need to do to really fulfill your destiny. And that's why, you know, this card is saying to you, Aquarius, if that is the case, if you're feeling emotionally confused about your next step in your destiny, please take time to rest. Take time to meditate. Open up your chakra system. Connect to teachers, you know, guidance that you need. Of course, you know, if you ever need any type of guidance to maybe what you're going through and needing some type of clearance of understanding, please connect with me. That is, you know, helping you understand the insights, the visions through, you know, what you are feeling. And it's nice to have sometimes that connection to someone who can give you that guidance to say, yes, you are on the right path, or no, these are the things you need to really focus on or change, or, you know, those kind of things. So, you know, I do feel, even though a lot of Aquarians just need to believe in your insight and vision, you really are, you know, the most, you know, insightful and visionary that we all want to be here. And it's only going to get stronger with that 12th house. So I know it's sometimes hard to really, you know, sometimes I have a hard time believing everything that has been shown to me and brought, but, you know, my angels and guides always keep on showing me. I was like, okay. So I always see, you know, the guidance, the understanding, you know, the karmic lesson in things. So, and that's what I feel, that's what you're going to do, because you're heading towards triumph. You're moving towards some type of freedom to, you know, move and roam and travel and change things, and just be in the essence of where you want to, you know, charge towards. And so the 11th house is what? Your friends, family, excuse me, your friends, organizations, associations. It's also a connection to your hopes, wishes, and dreams. So I do feel, and you are connected, Aquarius, to the 11th house. So I feel you will be triumphant over what you are trying to change in your destiny, or really trying to accomplish. You have the Triumph card. So if there has been some type of blockage to receive the rewards and recognition, I do feel now is the time where you will receive some type of reward, award, triumph, success, changes, movement. But I'm also seeing this as love. You know, we see the love card and the Triumph card. So it looks like some of you, you know, maybe, you know, finding love through traveling, connecting with friends. Get out there and mingle, especially you Aquarians who deserve love, who are breaking free from, you know, the karmic cycle of pain from love. There's just, you know, it seems like all you have to do is get out there and, you know, start to feel those energies, because it looks like your angel is waiting. She's like, there, you know, where do I need to shoot this arrow at? So, so yes, I feel there's a lot of success in your 11th house here, and I want to make sure. I think there's something going on in your 11th house. Let me see. Well, of course, you've got Jupiter and Venus meeting up in your 11th house here. Of course. And then you see the love cards. There's triumph and love, and meeting up in the 11th house with, you know, getting out there and connecting with your friends, or maybe one of your friends are going to set you up. But it's, you know, getting out there if you're a part of an organization, association, you know, mingle and connect and, you know, break free from, you know, some blockage through communication, because that's what the 11th house with Jupiter and Venus meeting up together. That's, you know, a strong connection of, you know, I mean, Jupiter is the planet of, you know, expansion and growth and spiritual blessings. And here you've got Venus connecting, who's also about expanding your growth and changes in your love life and feeling so abundant. So yeah, something's come together here. Look at that in love. So know that you will be very triumphant this month. I do feel for you Aquarians who are looking for love. Get out there and mingle. Let your friends connect with you. Get out there and on social media. It's, you know, connecting, getting out there, and all you have to do is show your face and, you know, connect to others. And, you know, it looks like this may be an important time to be on the on those dating, sites, so that you can find some type of love. This may be a far away love, because the Triumph card is the Chariot card. So that is about, movement and changes that are made because, someone's far away. So you may be connecting to someone who's far away and having to make some movement, maybe some changes. Maybe this is what it is too. Some of you maybe have been wanting to break free from a relationship and moving towards some type of love situation that maybe farther away from you. I just feel there's a lot of connections to love this month, and having to make some choices. So the 12th house, just keep round and centered. Your foundation, your destiny, things are getting better because you're making some type of choice to really start to understand where your pathway is leading you with the tree of life here. So we're going to read these two cards here. For the first eclipse, like I said, the first eclipse is just, you're surrounded with so much energy in your 12th house, and you have the angel of strength to prove it. You've got power and you've got protection. So with anything, any revelations coming to you, you're going to be able to handle it. It's because your angels are protecting you and guiding you and helping you, assisting you, and making changes to help you. So yes, let's read the first card. Here it is. Okay, the angel of strength, 50. Okay, and I'm glad I have my glasses. So let me just turn over here so I can read this for you. And the angel of strength. Personal power and inner strength. This amazing angel brings the news that this is a time of increasing power for you. It's not the time to be passive or submissive, but to speak your truth and take action on your own behalf. You are capable of taking greater control and directing your own destiny, for the power that comes from within reaches out to the universe and beyond. And that's why you have the destiny card, and that's why you have so much going on in your 12th house. Inner strength and unlimited resources flow through you at this time, helping you to create real results. Call upon the wonderful angel and on your own inner resourcefulness to bring you the focus and resolve to do what's necessary in order to make your dreams a reality. And that's what I feel you're doing now is, things are being illuminated and showing to you, focusing on what you need to change, to resolve, so that you can make your dreams a reality. And the affirmation for this: deep within me is an abiding strength that knows no bounds. I have all the power I need to achieve all that I want. And yes, you do. So the January 20th eclipse that's going to be happening in your 7th house of relationships and here it is, right between my legs here. In relationships and partnerships, and that's why I feel some of you will be making a choice. There is a disruption. There is something being shown, illuminated to you. There is the snake energy that needs to be, killed. It needs to be released. It needs to be, the karmic energy of the situation. It needs to now find a way to make a choice. So here, let me read this for you. You're required to come to a decision now. You're faced with a dilemma or fork in the road and must make a conscious choice regarding the next right action. Whatever that choice is, you must take responsibility for it, yet you needn't be afraid. You may not have all the answers right now, because the way ahead can't be known until you've embarked and traveled a few steps. Trust your intuition, ask for a sign from spirit, and you will be led to the right path. If you remain conscious and aware, your choice will be the right one at this time. Life is always about learning. Success lies in choosing consciously, guided by intuition and spirit. And that's why you will not make the right choice. And that's why you have the angel strength with you. Things are going to be shown, illuminated to you. Some of you will be moving on. There will be some type of disruption for some of you in regards to relationships. But what it does bring you once you make that choice to balance. Yes, it's about making this choice so that you can have balance, Aquarius. So any choice you make this month, know it's you know, you've got protection, you've got, you know, guidance. Things are coming to you karmically. Things are ending for a cycle to start new. So let's read the last card of this balance of the Seven of Forces here. So let me get this card. Seven of Forces. Oh, here it is. Okay. Balance is your key word here, Aquarius. What do you need to balance out in your life? This card reveals a time of harmony, balance, and justice in your life. A desk holds balanced scales, scrolls, and stacks of papers. Shelves of books grace a wall where a door opens onto a light-filled room. Upright, this card indicates that a time of balance is at hand. All systems through the body, through nature, and through society seek to achieve balance. Stop and consider the parts of your life that you can bring into greater balance. During this time, the universe helps you do so. Yes, you've got so much happening in your 12th house. The universe is definitely helping you. You may have to confront important legal issues. That's why I feel some of you will be, you know, maybe moving on and getting a divorce and having to face those legal issues. But this is for balance and a fair deal and justice. You may have to deal with paperwork of some kind, or there may be a need for legal and action regarding property, inheritance, work contracts, custodies, or divorce. I mean, that is really the 7th house right there, Aquarius. Those are everything that's in the 7th house. So yes, there is something that you Aquarians have to deal with. You may have to deal with paperwork of some kind, which is the 7th house of contracts, or there may be a need for legal action, which is the 7th house. That is the house of Libra. Balance the scales of justice. And it's regarding property, inheritance, work centers, custody, or divorce. So be patient and pay attention to details. And that's why you have the Sacrifice card. Be patient. Look at things in a different perspective. How are you going to handle the situation if it's something like this? All technicalities will be important right now, but things bode well. Justice is at hand. Take heart at the sight of the golden light that washes over the scene, a sign that all issues will come to light, and that a beneficial and justice excuse me, resolution is coming your way. Justice is balance in society, but the Akashic records show that justice is not limited strictly to court and contract situations. Justice and I hope I can pronounce this, I know how to say it, but I can't even say it right. Reciprocity. You know what I'm saying. Justice and reciprocity are energetic. So the energy you put forth now will return to you in the future. Remember that your energy production is up to you. Continue to be aware of your thoughts and actions. Inner balance now leads to a beautiful destiny tomorrow. So close your eyes, Aquarius, and see yourself putting on the robes of a court judge. Look upon any situation in your life that requires a balanced understanding. Whether it's an actual legal matter or any other situation, see it with the wisdom of Solomon and determine what to do next. And that's why I feel you will take time to make the choice, but know that it's saying if there is some type of disruption, you will get a fair deal. There will be justice. And you have these beautiful major arcanas to show for it here. You have 4 major arcana cards. Oh, 5, yes. 5 major arcana cards here. And, you know, it really is just, you know, knowing that you're looking at things differently. Hope for the future, making some changes and releasing things that are no longer serving you, right? So if there is a disruption, if there is an epiphany, a major understanding of something being illuminated to you, it's for you to have some type of change in your destiny. It's time for some type of triumph for you. And what you end up is the Empress. You're feeling beautiful, feeling happy, grounded, making changes that are going to be transformational for you to find the abundance and joy that you deserve here. So yes, it is all about making sure you're connecting to your chakras, getting clear, and really connecting so you can receive all those messages. You are going to be prepared, Aquarius, this year to find balance so that by 2020 you're heading on your destiny. You're heading on your way to whatever you have chosen to do in this lifetime. So have strength and make the choices that you know that you're going to be able to fulfill the balance, the material and spiritual prosperity for you. So Aquarius, much love to you. And if you ever want a personal reading from me, please reach out to my website. All my links are below, or to my email address. And much love to all of you who have subscribed and shared and commented, and all my clients. Much love to you. And until next time, with pure love, through Synergy, Tammy.